We're doing a little pre whatnot stream. I got Neely here. She's been in TK's stream. Come here. Say hi.
Hi.
Neely wants to talk baits with everybody. Can you get it where it shows the chat? So I don't know if anybody of you guys are on here. Top fans? Ooh, who's the top fans? All right. I see that. We usually don't do too much YouTube streaming these days. I missed last night. I thought I was going to have to work overtime. So, what's up, Eagles? John, we're going to be live on Whatnot here in about an hour, but Neely wanted to stream and talk some baits. Let's see if I can open the chat up here. All messages are visible. Okay, yeah, that's what we want. Yo, yeah, there's Neely. What's up, M. Jones? I was going to do YouTube stream last night, but I had to cancel because they posted overtime. And then they canceled overtime. And so I watched the Knoxville Nationals, which is the biggest sprint car race of the year. Got my Rico Abreu shirt on. He got second. The winner was only 18 years old. But Neely wanted to jump on YouTube and talk some baits. So we can talk some baits and whatever else. What's Neely's favorite bait?
I would probably say like, I like purple baits.
She likes purple baits, okay. What about spinner baits or crank baits?
Crank baits.
Crank baits, good girl. She likes the bait. She's gonna be helping me out on Whatnot tonight. So I've got a bunch of stuff. All right, you're gonna have to get down.
I just don't know where to sit.
Let's see. Legit question for you. What would you say is your go-to bait no matter when, where, conditions for you, bait man? So that would be like something I always have tied on. And I'm going to be really honest with you. In the last couple years, she does hate Bama. How do you feel about Alabama, Neely? Show them. Tell them how you feel about Alabama. Yeah, that's right. Big thumbs down. In the last couple of years, it's changed, but I always have tied on a Texas rig soft plastic. Right now, since last fall on my boat right now, I have a 6-cent Congo crawl always tied on and a bladed jig. So it would be one of those two. Like if I can't get a bite, I will go fish boat docks, shallow cover with a Congo crawl, or I will try to cover some water with a jackhammer. Obviously, I don't know. We'll find you. I'm just gonna need you to help tonight. That's my two. I've got to where I alternate my trailers back and forth. I like a juggle minnow a little bit, especially in the fall on that smaller bait fish. I've really been using the Aussie a whole lot this year. One, I can catch 10, 12 fish with the Aussie as a trailer and it doesn't come apart. It doesn't make my chatterbait feel like it's got too much action. It's got a nice slim profile. Whereas the juggle minnow, especially right now in August and September, you got a lot of little threadfin, a little bitty shad. It really slims down the profile of my bladed jig, and I like that quite a bit. But I've got this theory too, and there's nothing scientific about that. This is when you have a bladed jig and you add a bigger, bulkier trailer, sometimes those fish key in on the trailer more than they are the vibration of the jig or anything like that. And what happens, it causes them to really eat it. And that's kind of how I feel about spinner baits. Like in the spring, I will throw a hog farmer spunk shad on the back of a spinner bait. And I don't run a trailer hook, which I don't lose that many fish because it seems like when they eat that spinner bait, especially, here's the one I threw a lot this spring. I've got a couple clips I can upload with this. This is a spot sticker. I've fished this a lot in dirty water. I mean, I've bumped the lead a lot. We got a red kicker blade, and then I've got this little flamethrower spunk shad on the back. And I don't have a trailer hook, but when these fish, when I would catch most of the fish, they had the whole bait in their throat. I mean, I would have to dig my spinnerbait out. These hold up really good. I need to get Ryan to make me some more. You could probably get him to custom make them. But dude, so that's the one cool thing about. I don't think we can get that in here, Neely. We'll try later. That's the one good thing about a bladed jig. Is there's not one definite trailer like the end all. You get to experiment and use anything you want to on the back. I've used grubs. I used to use a grub a lot. Single tail Fat Albert. It has a really nice swimming motion. Spunk shad doesn't have a lot of action, but it bulks up your chatterbait a little bit. Kind of make a bigger profile. The Aussie is kind of in between, and then like the Juggle Minnow, it's great for the mini max. I need to get some baby jacks and try that combination out. It's not going to fit, hon. Well, I'm sorry. We'll find something. When I get this selling, I'll need that. But yeah. So, any other questions? We can talk right now. I'll show you guys some stuff I'm gonna have for sale tonight, and we can talk about it. I'd love it. We'll go ahead and put some information out there. So I've got several of these. I always get asked about wake baits. This is an Excalibur wake bait XW6. So these things are really loud, by the way. It's kind of one of those Excalibur baits now a lot of people talk about. It's a bigger style wake bait. I like these wake baits in the fall. Good to know him, Jones. Junior, Baitman Junior likes the Mini Max. That's why I was going to get some of the baby jacks. But yeah, I've got like 6 of these things. This is the one color I really like. Sunny Days Slick Water Wake Bait. I like that chrome blue. They don't make these anymore. They're not the price of like a one knocker or anything like that, but guys like these a lot. So I'll have some of those tonight. We're gonna run on Whatnot, and so if you've never been on Whatnot stream, I encourage you to. Okay. Gonna have a bunch of Chopos. I like this one. This is all from stuff I found in that giant tackle. I will say, I think the Mini Max thumps really good for its size. Now, Neely's found her a stool. Don't turn that on. Let's see if we can turn the tripod a little bit. There we go. Neely's in here now. Look how long her hair's getting.
Yeah.
But Neely's really, we gotta get Neely on a new rod and reel. We need to upgrade her from the Barbie. So.
Yeah, I don't know where my Barbie one is.
See what other cool stuff I've got in here tonight. We're gonna have a lot of ooh, here's one. This Strike King Shad. So this is actually one of the first jointed swim baits I use. What gear ratio do I use on my crankbaits? Great question. Great question. I like a 6-to-1 to be honest with you, but in the last couple years, I've really migrated to a 7-to-1. I like a SLX. I really like the SLX XT. That's a really good reel. Matter of fact, I got one back here somewhere, or I thought I did. Oh, it's right here. This is one I've been using a lot. These are really good reels for the money. This SLX XT. I don't have any issues with it. It's got a nice wider spool, super smooth. And I like Daiwa, so I'm not hating on Daiwa or nothing like that. Like the SLX XT, but I've even used the regular SLXs. Just for the money, I feel I can get anything I need done. Now, also, I do like Corrados and stuff like that, but 7-to-1, I feel I can slow it down if I need to, and I can definitely fish a square bill fast. Now, when I'm deep cranking, I've been using a little bit of a 7-to-1, but I really like it a 6-3 or 6-4-to-1, something with a wide spool for deep cranking. I'm still old school. I know a lot of bass will bite it, burning that crankbait, but this time of year they've been beat on. They've seen every crankbait out there, every color 6XD, every 6 cents crush. I like to slow it down and almost glide that crankbait on the bottom. So I want a little bit slower reel, and then plus it doesn't wear out my shoulders as bad. So
can I be in charge of the first purchase bait?
Maybe. Have you tried the baits reels? I have not. I'm very interested in it. I'm looking at Neely's phone to reread the chat. After setting it, but it's hard to get set. Oversized. I do like the looks of them for sure. I definitely would like to try one out. Dawa's got a new Tatula X coming for $149. I'm very excited about that. That is one, and the bait's $150. I would like to try it and compare it to my SLX or Corrado. I got a Corrado E7. I'm going to tell you that's probably the greatest reel ever made. The Corrado E7 and the Chrome Arcs. I really like them.
Can I show a bait?
Can you show a bait? Yes. Let's let you show a bait.
An old one or something.
The baits are. So I'm one of those guys. I don't mind a reel is heavy, especially with the way rods are built today. All right, pick one
That
out.
big red one.
You want to pick the big red one?
Yeah, I don't
All
want
right.
to take it.
Show that one. So Neely wants to show y'all a Norman DD14 and his red flake back, black back. So you want to know some cool facts about that bait, Neely?
Mm-hmm.
It's the baby brother to a DD22. The older Normans were made out of butyrate. If you don't know what butyrate is, that's what the OG wigglewort was made out of. This is a really cool one right here, by the way. I'll be selling this one tonight. Here's a really cool bait, Neely. A lot of guys don't know about this. This looks like a man's baby -1, but it is not a baby -1. This is actually a man's -1 waker. If you look at a baby -1, I had a box with one in it over here. A baby -1, the lip is smaller and rounded and at a different angle. This one is designed to actually truly wake on top of the water. These are actually really hard to find. Yeah.
Like and subscribe to my dad, that way you can get to 30K subs.
Okay, they will. All right, let's see. There was a box. I had a box up here. I could have swore that had some -1s. Well, maybe I don't. But really cool bait there. I've got a bunch of OG bombers tonight. Neither we're not selling that one.
I know.
All right, let's go back to the questions. Make sure I didn't miss any questions, Neely. Michael Brad, the Bates does make a purple reel. Michael. John, if you don't have a pattern figured out, what would you use on the water, as in prompt to or baits? This time of year, if I can't figure out a pattern,
Look at this purple bait.
I know. I throw top water a lot, and so I try to cover as much water as possible, even during the middle of the day. And I think that's something a lot of guys overlook. They feel like top water is just an hour and 2 in the morning and maybe the afternoon. This time of year, bass here, they get on top in some really shallow water where there's bars, points, flats in the backs of the bay, stumps, and I'll use top water to figure stuff up. Is the scramble a good plopper? I like it. Now, I'm also, be straight honest with you, I'm not a whopper plopper fanatic. I'm an old school buzzbait guy. I have been throwing the scramble. I actually got one tied on, that Spanish bone scales, and I've caught several fish on it. Makes a different sound. It's not as deep as like a Chapo. It's more of an OG plopper sound. The hooks are really good on it. So the few bass I've caught have been hooked good. All right, Neely, that's a Bill Dance fat-free shad, fire tiger.
It kind of needs clean.
I thought I had one over here, but I don't. But the Chapo is good. I like the Chapo. The scramble, it's a good plopper. I'm not gonna lie to you, just to get you to buy it. I've got one tied on. I think I might have some GoPro clips with Frost and Austin. Man, we got a bunch of Rapalas tonight and a bunch of wiggleworts. Most of these wiggleworts are that. So I'll show you. This is the.
Oh, I like that light pink purple one.
You like this pink purple one?
Yeah.
All right.
No, the other one too.
All right. So this is a new Stormwort. Great color. May not even sell this one. I wish I had this in the OG. And look at this, straight up pink with purple bars. So these are just regular Storm. You can see it on the bottom.
Look at this one.
Yeah, I see it. But what I also got here is a bunch of these. These are transition warts. And if you'll notice, the bill is at a different angle. So what happened in the transition from storm to, or yeah, to Rapala is they come out with these, and they've got a different angle bill. So even that's the new one. That's more of the OG blank. And then you see these, the bill's different, and it's kind of angled. So people rebelled against this one. Now you've got people that want this bait. So it's really weird, but that's a transition wart, and it's got storm on the clear bill.
Can I keep this bait?
That is a 6 cents hangover.
Oh.
Neely likes that big bait.
I want to keep it.
You want to keep it? Well, it's here. Here's a cool bait I'll have tonight. I'll show you a little bait history.
So
Here's an OG speed trap in crystal shad. It needs cleaned up. I'll clean it here in a minute. And if you ever want to know if you got an OG speed trap, just look up here by the hook hangers. You guys see these little dimples? I don't know if you can see it real good because there's a couple little dimples. That is a great sign of a pre-Rapala speed trap. That's a great color, by the way.
Who makes these baits?
Who makes those 6 cents?
Yeah.
These big mags. These big mags were popular too.
So can I keep this?
Yes, we can keep it, Neely. Here's a cool bait.
No, for me.
I know some guys really like these, like Epic Eric. Here's a little thin fin, pre-Rapala thin fin. The Rattling thin fin. I don't know what color this is. It's beautiful.
I said if I can keep it.
It's anything that's mine is yours. Okay? Just like all this stuff, if something happens to me, you and Brooks are gonna have to split it between you. Okay?
So like if you die.
Neely's got so many baits. But we'll be on Whatnot about 6:15. What's up, Darius? Got a bunch of Lucky Crafts tonight. This is one of my favorite fall baits. So I got two. That's the Big Daddy Strike 4, and that's the old Pro Tune. This little American shad. Still, I'm going to shout out to Lucky Craft, one of the best paint colors ever made right here. Dude, it's unreal. Sundays are getting wild.
This is a good bait too.
Neely. Yes, don't touch that one. Yeah, it's really wild. I should have did. I might have to swap it to Saturday nights.
Me too.
I won't know why people are all going on Sundays. Maybe.
Fishy, fishy, fishy.
But working afternoons, I can't do it during the week. But we'll see what 20 shows have got the juice. It seems like everybody and their brother is a JDM dealer these days. I'm going to have these on air tonight. Here's some P65s. What's up, Tom? These are a beautiful color right here. Don't see these every day. I'll keep one to myself. Got some balsa. What do you see, Neely?
That one too.
Yeah. All right, here's the balsa I'm going to have on tonight. We'll talk a little balsa bait. So I got really lucky. I had something popped up on my feed. McKee Outdoors was selling a bunch of baits, and it just said homemades. Well, guess what there was?
I made this for like a while.
Jaw Jacker flat sides. Brand new. Like never thrown. Some of these colors are money. Some of them I'm going to keep a few for myself. But new jaw jackers. I love this red crawl with the full on it. Gonna be throwing those up on Whatnot tonight. Found this at a yard sale, actually close to Darius. DT6 in Mardi Gras. Those last one I saw sell on eBay. Now it was in the package. It was about 40 bucks. Out of the package, I think it's probably a $15, $20 bait. Got a little BDS 2. This color is called T-Rex, believe it or not. Don't know why. Got a chrome shower blow. Now this one's not for sale. This one's not for sale. Shout out to Darius. He sent that to me. I love this. Kind of like a Purple Haze Bandit. I believe this is a Dean Helton crankbait, and I never had a Dean Helton. And Darius sent it to me, and I appreciate that. In fact, I'm gonna be meeting with Darius probably this week sometime. I got to give him an old school tackle box. He's got so many balsa baits. If you guys would like to, if Darius will let me, if you guys would like to see a balsa collection. It would make a cool video. We could go through Darius's baits. Yeah, Levi, it's 6 o'clock. I'm going to do whatnot. I'm going to do all these balsas, not this one. I've got a couple wee baits I may do. I'm going to actually put up a little Petey tonight. So here's a little Petey right here. And here's another one. So Art Defoe told me he believes this is a little Petey as well that's been repainted. And so there's a little Petey right there. I got that in that collection from Key Outdoors. There's nothing wrong with the bait. I thought that was some places in that's just the paint brand. But you look at the eyes on that one, and then here's a little Petey. Very, very similar on the eyes. And just I don't know, very similar build of those two baits. They're like exact. So I have a feeling this one right here from McGee, root beer chartreuse, that's a little Petey. Now, the one that really confused me, these two right here, don't know who made this. Don't know who made that. That's a really good looking color. Really cool looking flat side bait. When does Neely and Junior go back to school? When you go back to school? Tuesday?
In 2 days. I'm not ready.
You're not ready?
I'm not waking up early at 7 o'clock.
You are.
It can be 9 o'clock.
No, you can't wake up at 9. You'll miss school.
I don't like it being at 7 o'clock because it's still dark outside. Wait till it's morning.
Well, it's definitely an old bait. Now, this one is a Dean Help. Not Dean. This is a Al Doss. So, Art Defoe said he believes this is an Al Doss bait, which is actually more rare than a little Petey. This is a great kind of a root beerish color. I may put this one up on the whatnots tonight. If not, I'll keep it. But that's a really good one. So, and then I got a bunch of random Spro crankbaits that have been painted, stuff like that. We're gonna have a big time tonight. I'm probably gonna start at 6. I'll probably go to 10:30, 11 o'clock. I'm also, I got old school topwater, Zell rolling spooks, Zell rolling poppers. I've got some Mans. I got a bunch of Smithwick stuff I need to move. But appreciate you guys joining us on.
When are you going to sell stuff?
What am I telling them? Yeah, am I telling them about selling stuff?
I love it.
This one's got to learn to pay attention. So, anyway, I'm going to jump off here. I got to cool down for a minute. I'll see you guys over on Whatnot. Again, you can sign up. If you've never signed up, it's free. Download the app. You can get 15 bucks credit. And, if you're local here, I'll deliver it to you. But Neely wanted to jump on, so